Good morning everybody, back in my painting clothes again today, a little bit hotter today, so got the singlet on, trying a new light, so let's see how it comes up. May decide to keep going or may decide to abandon depending on how it works for us, so I hope it's not in the picture there, but we'll see how it goes. Okay, then all I need is a new microphone. So what I'm going to read on today, I'm going to do a COVID update now, Omicron update. Now I know we're all in a bit of a flux over this one. We're completely over COVID, 2 years. However, thank goodness for technology. When you consider, 100 years ago when they had the Spanish flu, which did not originate in Spain, it was just Spain were the first to report it. The Spanish flu, they had no technology, they didn't know what was going on, news was slow to come out, medical practices were rather primitive, and so we're pretty lucky in this day and age. But I just want to do a quick update on Omicron. Now, from what I've managed to glean, it's in at least 24 countries. Highly transmissible. It'll be around the world within weeks, basically. There's just no way to stop it. We're about 4 weeks in from what is believed to be the first case, and yet 4 weeks in, it's already become 80 to 90% of cases in South Africa within weeks. So highly transmissible, but what it seems to be doing is it's affecting younger people, and there is a belief that the incubation period is longer, which aids to the transmissibility because people aren't aware that they have the virus, but just means it'll take a little bit longer before we actually know what we're dealing with. Just to make it a very short one, because there's new information coming out every day. Basically, the scientists don't know a lot of answers at the moment. It appears to be milder, the vaccine appears to be holding, but I'll just read on both of those. So whether the vaccine's holding, sorry, I'm looking at my notes here this morning. I haven't had my second coffee yet. So will the vaccine hold, the symptoms for the vaccinated versus the unvaccinated? And is this the end of COVID, in that if it is mild, will we then and highly transmissible, will we then reach herd immunity, and will then this COVID-19 become more like the annual flu, where you may get a booster if you're vulnerable? It'll circulate the world every year, but it'll be fairly, the annual flu does kill a lot of people, but it is fairly innocuous for the majority. So we'll get started today. First, just want to read again on whether the vaccines will hold. I read on this the other day, and the answer was basically yes, but given new information, will the... Yes, good morning, Meister. I'm not sure if he's too sure about this light. We'll give it a go. Will the vaccine hold against Omicron COVID variant? Will the current vaccines hold, give us some immunity? Will the vaccines hold the line against this current Omicron COVID? Right, something's leapt out. The Knight of Swords, so it's a harsh truth, it's a fast forward moving knight, but he's also bringing information. So there's new information coming to light at all times. I'll just pop that back in there. It's basically just information's coming forward very rapidly. Will the vaccine hold? Will the vaccine hold against this new Omicron variant? vaccine hold against this new Omicron variant? Okay, quick look. See how we go. 5 of Wands. So it'll be a battle. Back and forth. Temperance, moderation, rebalancing, being grounded. 9 of Pentacles. So this is sitting pretty. And burden. Okay. Moving out of troubled waters, base of the pack, the death card. What I'm getting from this is that yes, it will hold, but is the answer I'm getting. So there will be deaths. It will hold, but it will be a struggle. Those in the Western world will do better, but it will be difficult for the vaccine in its current form, and then moving out of troubled waters, but also the truth moving through some murkiness as well as it moves on from the dark to the light. So it's a yes but answer is what I'm getting there. So on that note, I want to ask, how will those that are double vaxxed fare with this new Omicron variant? I think it's scientists and doctors and those in the know around the world have resolved themselves to the fact that basically everybody's going to get this variant, highly transmissible. How will the vaccinated people be affected by Omicron? How will the vaccinated people be affected by Omicron? How will the vaccinated people be affected? Oh gosh, flung out at me again, death card. Base of the pack was the Tower. I think that's just Omicron in general. Vaccinated people, please, Master. Vaccinated people. Vaccinated. Vaccinated. See what he tells us. Okay. Wheel of Fortune is the signifier. Right. Okay. Those that are vaccinated, I think, will be pretty good. We'll be celebrating. Those that have made the choice will be standing strong in the truth of the choice that they've made. The Wheel of Fortune is a cycle up for some and a cycle down for others. So you've got and karma. So it's telling me for the vaccinated, we'll be. I mean, you only have to look at this card. We'll be right. I have read that for the vaccinated, getting this Omicron is basically like getting a base of the pack is the Empress, which confirms that getting this Omicron version is like a 2-day hangover followed by lethargy. Now, it's been a while since I've had a hangover, especially one that lasts 2 days, and it's one of those things where you need to do every so often to remind yourself why you don't do it. So not looking forward to that. followed by around a week of lethargy, and that is for the vaccinated. So I just want to have a quick read on these poor cards. Give them a hard time, starting to get some bent corners and ruffled edges. How will Omicron affect the unvaccinated? Most Western countries have it. Oh gosh, sorry, I just got a very cold chill. Most Western countries, ours included, have an element of anti-vaxxers fed by fear and misinformation through social media and some supposedly media outlets, which is worrying, especially when the governments are trying their darndest to protect the people and they are determined not to be protected. So I just want to see, I suspect it will take an outbreak for people to, again I got a cold chill, Queen of Wands, bringing forward an important message, being self-aware, suspect it's going to take suspect it's going to take a major outbreak for the unvaccinated to realise that perhaps they need to be vaccinated, but then we end up with a situation like they did in the United States with people dying in the ICU begging for the vaccination, and it's too late then. So I just want to not try to be a downer, just stating the facts as I see them, entertainment purposes only. Right, how will the unvaccinated, how will Omicron affect the unvaccinated? How will Omicron affect the unvaccinated? Right, let's have a look. Strength, okay, this is inner strength, this is coming together, compassionate power, taking control, restriction, again temperance, and again the world, despite the good the moon, sorry, my bad, okay. So what I think this is that the governments are going to impose more restrictions as they try to balance what is going on, protecting the people versus those that are unvaccinated. But what we've got here is a dark underbelly of truth coming forward, the darkness being exposed. Now this isn't regards to the government. I think what this is in regards to those that are unvaccinated. They're going to be faced with some ugly truths of being unvaccinated. Base of the pack is the Five of Cups, which is loss. There's 2 cups here still remaining, so there is an offer, but there is loss, and I suspect that's loss of life. For those that are foolish, and they will be forced to defend themselves. I don't see massive death. I do see what's going to happen is that the government is going to put restrictions in place. Now I've just, in regards to that, I'll just ask the question in a slightly different manner. It may have been how I asked that question that has drawn those cards. What symptoms, how ill will the unvaccinated get with Omicron? How ill will the unvaccinated get with Omicron? How ill unvaccinated get? Hopefully mild. How ill will the unvaccinated get with Omicron? How ill will the unvaccinated get with Omicron? Okay, let's have a look. Ooh. My light's a little bit top heavy there. Okay, Knight of Wands, which is a risk-taking, King of Swords, logic, truth, wisdom, investigation, moving through murky waters. Again, Temperance has popped up again. So this is again telling me mild, moderation, moderately. There will be loss. There will be reaping what you sow. There will be an offer. The offers being made for the vaccination. But there will be some loss. But I don't see it as being, okay, there is a message of truth that's going to, message that's going to be brought forward. He has a revelation. There will be wounded in battle and retreat. There will be downfall. The moon makes a reappearance as well. So what I'm getting from that is it won't be as severe as the previous have been. So that's good news. Okay, so on that question, won't be severe. There will still be loss. There will still be disappointment. I am getting that those that are vaccinated will come through it better than those that aren't, but I'm not seeing... science and medicine have also caught up too with treatment methods, etc. So on that I'm not seeing anything particularly as horrific as what we have had. So, will this lead to herd immunity? 3 cards, please, Master. Herd immunity. Will this Omicron will this Omicron variant, because it's highly transmissible, but doesn't appear to be severe. Again, we've got moving on. 3 cards, please. Will this lead to herd immunity? Will this lead to herd immunity? Will this variant Omicron lead to herd immunity? 3 cards, please. Okay. So this is going back to the past. So yes. Government, legal, health systems. Again, it's a yes card. There will still be breakouts, some, if I call it self-sabotage. But the messages of strength, empowering, honourable, visionary. So I think that's pretty much a yes. It will lead to herd immunity. And last question. Got a little bit longer than I wanted to. Got a bit sidetracked there in the middle. Last question. Will COVID become no more than like the annual flu? 3 cards, please. Will COVID become like no more than the annual flu? Now, the annual flu, we get variants every year. Yes, there are deaths and hospitalisations and severe illness every year, but not to the extent that we've had in the last 2 years with COVID. But will COVID become like the annual flu? 3 cards, please. Okay. Queen of Swords, so that's pretty much a yes card. Ten of Swords, yes, there still will be deaths. The Devil, we need to not be complacent. And then the King of Pentacles, so this is a powerful figure of security. So what I'm getting out of that is that yes, but there still will be those affected, and we mustn't be complacent. We mustn't be drawn into a deception that she'll be right. As we say in Australia, she'll be right. Not always. So, and this is inauthenticity. But this is about security, health. Pentacles are also health and work. And so science will continue to bring out boosters, just like they do with the annual flu. And so yes, it will become like the annual flu. Okay, that's me for today. Let's see how the experimental light turned out, and we'll talk to you later. Okay, any questions, pop them in the box down below, and stay safe, stay sane, and we shall see you later. Bye-bye.